Hi everyone, I am showing you that was my toast popping. Sorry. We're gonna go into my sewing room today and clean it out and organize it, because it is also kind of my dumping ground for things and collecting things. It's also my gift wrapping room. I mean, who doesn't want a gift wrapping room in their house? And it is time. What am I trying to say? Let me start that over again. I'm also expecting some fabric to be coming, because these pants, right, let's see if I can do this right here. These pants are my son Finley's pants, and I bought them, gosh, I want to say he was probably 4 or 5 years old when I got them, and he's turning 10 this year, and he has worn those pants every year, not every day, but pretty close to every day since we got them. And so I'm gonna make a bigger pair for him, because he's outgrown those ones and they are finally getting worn out in places, and they've just been the most amazing pants, and I'm so inspired to figure out what the pattern is and make him a bigger pair that he can continue to wear for many years following, if he's into it. So the dream is to get this space functional again, rather than just a heap of piles and collections of things. And you can see there too, there's kind of my vision board, my collection of photos and inspirations, and some of my favorite moments in my life are there on that board. So where to begin? I'm going to start by taking pretty much everything out of this little closet, and I'm going to notice that a lot of the items in here are symbols or symbolic, or hold memories of ideas and parts of my identity from the past. And often there are projects that I keep in this room that have just been ideas that haven't come to full manifestation. And I think at this stage, it's important for me to ask myself if those projects are still something that are going to support me as the person that I'm becoming, or if they're just ideas and projects of an identity that no longer belongs to me. And it can be difficult. It can be difficult making these choices. I found this whole process emotional. There was a lot of stored memories and emotions that you have to sort of go through as you are sorting through a lot of the stuff in our lives. Okay, so you've seen me pretty much empty out this space, my sewing space, but as I pull everything out, I'm kind of, well, there's no question I'm at the space right now of overwhelm. Who knew so much stuff could fit into such a small little closet space? And so much of this stuff is keepsakes or mementos from my life, and little things from the kids, and stuff that definitely needs to be sorted into better place for keeping it all and organizing it all. Because at one point it was sort of organized in here, but you know, everybody keeps growing, and the things you want to keep growing, and so on and so forth. This is also where I was keeping my jewelry for a long time. And so now the plan is to get this space functional as a sewing room, but to put this stuff back in here that is going to move me forward into the person that I am growing into, as opposed to keeping me in the space of the person that I have been. And so it's going to be an interesting process to go through these items and find new homes for some of them and better spaces for others, and you know, put those mementos and those keepsakes and those, I lost the word, I had it earlier, but anyways, the stuff that is keeping me in the past, I'm going to either finally get rid of it or store it in the crawl space where there's a better space for it, more organized. Okay, here we go. I don't know if you saw my post yesterday, it was, but I'm not sure when it'll be when this video comes out, about finding beach glass. And I was really appreciating the experience of walking on the beach and finding all these treasures. And of course, now that I am pulling stuff out of other spaces in my house, I'm finding that I have an entirely other collection of seashells and glass. This is my seashell box that I just opened up and poured out. And so now beach glass is just manifesting everywhere. So, you know, this is what happens when you put your attention on something. It just sort of like starts coming to you in all these ways. So here I am sorting through the seashells and the beach glass, and it's so fascinating to sort of look back in here, because I haven't opened this box for I'm not really sure how long, but there's all these cut shells that at one point I had purchased because I thought that we were going to inlay them into the kitchen counter. And so now I am trying to decide if these still have any significance for me, or if it's time to let them go. I can be pretty sure about all these clamshells that those aren't anything that I need to keep in my life right now, or these oyster shells, but there is this funky little piece of driftwood, and this lovely little bit of abalone shell. I'm not sure what it is about this, but this feels really sacred to me, so I'm gonna hang on to that. And then I also, at the top of this box, had these three sea urchin shells, and they're this beautiful pink color that I absolutely adore. And those I want to keep. Those are pretty special. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them yet, but I know that they make me feel good when I have them in my life and when I hold them. I think I like being able to take pictures of them and share them with you, so I'm going to do that again soon. So there you have it, one box, and I think most of this is all going to go back to the ocean. So this box is one of three. This is the smallest of three, and they're all colored in the pink and orange. I love these little boxes for putting special things in and keeping things organized. What's been living in this box recently, in the past year, has been these beautiful feathers. First of all, there is this heron feather, which I think is just delightful, how soft and unique, and like the color of this feather. And herons are such a powerful creature in so many ways, and they're also so prehistoric looking to me. I think that they have a lot of significance in just showing up when they do. And then another bird that holds special meaning to me is the swan. And this time of year in the winter, the swans come in, and you see them often in the farmers' fields. And it has for years and years been one of my desires to have swan feathers, to get a swan feather from one of these swans when they're here on their hibernation's not the right word, migration route. And last year, Alex made that dream come true for me, and he got me the most beautiful little collection of swan feathers. He went out into a local farmer's field. He talked to them about going out there and why he was going, and the significance that it had to me in terms of fulfilling this desire for these feathers. And so here they are, these beautiful white feathers that he so lovingly gathered and brought home for me and fulfilled my manifestation to have these. And it's such a incredible feeling to have your deepest desires fulfilled by someone who cares and loves you. And now they've been living in here. So I am going to decide what should be the next important step to do with these. The manifestation is now fulfilled, and I am completely fulfilled having that desire sort of crossed off my list, you could say. So now what do I do with the actual manifestation of these things? That is the question. This process has been so incredible in terms of releasing energy that has been stuck for me, stuck in these ideas and in these projects that weren't getting done, and whether I'd lost motivation to do them or didn't feel like I had the time, it just was keeping me in a place where I was unable to move forward and find new inspiration. And so now, having cleared out so much of this stagnant energy and idea, I am making room for new ideas and growth and inspiration to take that space that is now available. And it feels so good. It feels so good. It's like the beginning of a new manifestation and having a new desire just coming in. It's part of like enjoying the journey, right? It's not so much about having it done as it is just part of the process. So here it is. I've found ways to bring more light into this space and make it brighter and more open and more functional. And one of the lessons that I learned in this process is that I am light, and I am not the things that I have been or the ideas that haven't come into fruition. We are just energy constantly moving forward and growing.